Okay, so I think I am live now, everyone. Please say yes in the chat window if you can see me right now, if you can hear me right now, loud and clear. Let's check this right now. Okay. Very good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Deepa. Thank you very much for coming, everyone. And today is a very important topic. It's all about learning how to attract love using law of attraction. How many of you are excited to know how to attract love using law of attraction? Lots of your questions which you've been asking about love, and in combination with law of attraction, you're going to get the answers for that today. So please write down love in the chat window so that we can create that vibration and create that frequency that we all have got our answers today regarding love. So come on, everyone, flood the chat window. Give me the word love in the chat window now. Yes, sabka solution milega aaj. Good answer, Subhashish. Very good. Okay, so now that everybody is ready, let's learn how can we really use law of attraction to really start attracting love. The first question that a lot of people ask me every time they talk about law of attraction is this: how do I attract my soulmate? First question, how do I attract my soulmate? So here is a very important answer for all of you guys. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so my charger is connected now. Here we go. The advantage of being live is that I can always be genuine and authentic with you, right? That's what I really love about this whole experience. Now that we are here, let's learn about the first question about how do you really attract love in your life in terms of soulmate. Everyone, please write this down. I know this is going to make you feel bad. I know this is going to make you feel a little weird right now, but I need to give you the right answer. Please tell me in the chat window, everyone, do you want me to give you the right answer or do you want me to give a fake answer to you? What do you want me to give you? Quickly tell me, do you want me to give you a right answer or do you want me to give you a fake answer? Quickly give me the answer in the chat window. Come on, right or fake? Come on, quickly, let's go. Right answer or fake answer? Okay, Soumya is asking for the right answer. Deeksha is asking for the right answer. Harivandan is asking for the right answer. I hope you can take the right answer. Here is the right answer. Please write this down, everyone, and hopefully also then write it in the chat window. There is nothing called a soulmate. That's right. There is nothing called a soulmate. What is the meaning of the word soulmate? The meaning of the word soulmate is we are meant to be, two people are meant to be with each other. Two people are destined to be with each other. That's a concept created by some people in love stories and books. But do you really have any proof of that? I'm a very strong believer of facts rather than opinions. The moment we make stories based on opinions, now depending on our mood, our opinions change, correct? Like if I'm in a good mood, my opinion changes. If I'm in a bad mood, my opinion changes again. So I'm a very strong believer of facts because you can't change facts based on mood. The fact remains the same, correct? There is no fact in the world that two people are supposed to be with each other. There is no fact in the world that two people are destined to be with each other. So then what is a soulmate? Everyone write down, there's nothing called a soulmate, but there is something called a beautiful, loving relationship. Write this down, everyone. Beautiful, loving relationship. Yes, that is possible. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, sir, aapko to soulmate mil gaya, aap humko bol rahe ho soulmate nahi hai. A lot of people have told me this. Let me clarify this. I won't tell you some secrets about my life, which I've not generally told anybody. The first 2 years of my life in marriage were kind of difficult. Not kind of difficult, I'll be very honest with you, were very difficult. First 2 years, I wanted to divorce Indu almost every day at that time. She was the one who was more committed in my relationship, not me. So you may think that I'm a law of attraction coach, I have so much knowledge, so much wisdom. Maybe I had more love for her. Actually, it's not true. She's the one who had more love for me. She was the one who was more committed to me. I was the one who was running away from the relationship, actually. So we were not meant to be with each other. She was not a soulmate for me when we met. We created love. We attracted love in our relationship. We created love in our relationship. So write this down, everyone. You need to create love in a relationship. Relationship is all about learning how to relate. Relating, it requires action. Relating requires action. Relationship means it's just there. It's not just supposed to be there. You're supposed to work on the relationship. So soulmates are not existing, but you can create soulmates. You can create love in your relationship. You can create a beautiful, loving relationship. So the good question here is not about how do you attract soulmate. The good question here should be, can anybody tell me what should be a better question rather than asking, who is my soulmate? There is no fact answer for that. We are going into a different direction when we are asking who is my soulmate, how can I attract my soulmate? What should be a better question here? Come on. Anybody give me a chat window answer. What should be a better question? Should it be how do I attract my soulmate? How to attract love in our life. That's right, Neha. So the question is not about how to attract soulmate. The question is how to attract love. Now that you can do. That you can do. So that is the next important question here. How to attract love. Now, if you're really interested in that answer, ask how in the chat window now. Come on, quickly. If you're really, really seriously interested in that answer, ask in the chat window how to attract love. Here is the answer for you. First, let's learn how law of attraction works. All of you take your hands with me, say law of attraction works because of energy. Remember, energy. Energy has frequency. How does the frequency work? Scientifically speaking, 93.5 attracts 93.5. Sadness attracts sadness. Love attracts love. Loneliness attracts loneliness, correct? So take your left hand and say, if I'm vibrating at sadness, I cannot attract love. Because the love and sadness frequency is what? Very different frequency. It's a very different band, correct? But if you're happy, you can attract love. Not necessarily happy and love, because happiness and love is also a little different frequency, because of which some people are happy but they don't attract love because they're not vibrating at the frequency of love. So how do you attract love in your life? Very simple. First, you got to vibrate at the frequency of love where you are right now. That's right. First, you have to vibrate at the frequency of love where you are right now, which means what? First, learn to love yourself the way you are. See, the meaning of how do I attract love is this: I don't have love. The meaning of how do I attract a partner in my life is this: I am incomplete without a partner. Correct? That's a subconscious thought. Nobody says it consciously, but subconsciously everybody knows when you're saying, I want to attract a life partner, it means I am alone in my life. Think about it. One lonely person cannot attract another lovely person. One lonely person will attract another lonely person, not a lovely person. Make sense? That is why what happens is one lonely person, even though somehow attracts another person, what kind of a person will you attract? Lonely or lovely? Lonely people attract lonely people. So what happens is these people get married, and after marriage, both are lonely again, and as a result of that, relationship breaks off, divorce happens. I've seen this happening with so many couples in my life. So I always tell people, never manifest a particular person. First manifest love. How do you do that? Don't manifest love first. Be love first. Start loving yourself. Start loving your own company. You need to be in a frequency where you are so happy with yourself that you want a partner to have a better life, but that doesn't mean that I am unhappy in my current life. It doesn't mean that I am lonely in my current life. Now listen, you can't manipulate law of attraction, because law of attraction doesn't understand words. Law of attraction only understands one language, which is the language of frequency. So on the face, you may be saying affirmations like, I'm very happy, I'm very happy, I'm very happy. But inside, if you're feeling lonely, that's the emotional frequency that the universe will catch, and the universe will say, Tathastu, feeling lonely, take more loneliness. You getting what I'm saying? So first action is required is to attract love, be love. Fall in love with yourself, fall in love with your own company. Learn to be alone. Really, it's a practice. You need to do that. I've consciously been practicing. My gurus, my mentors have taught me how to be alone and how to be happy. Practice it to be really genuinely happy with yourself. When you love your partnership a lot, when you love your company a lot, now what kind of people will you attract? Lonely people or lovely people? Come on, quickly show me. Lonely people or lovely people? Give me the answer in the chat window. If I'm a lovely person, in love with myself, what will I attract in my life? I will now attract lovely people. Which means now I will attract people who are also full of love. Lovely people are who? Lovely people are people who are full of love. Here is a second example of that. If I'm a beggar, whom will I attract? I will attract a beggar. When you're saying, please show me how to attract love, show me how to attract love, show me how to attract love, even if you say the right affirmations, what you're feeling inside is like a beggar who has no love in their life, like dying, craving, hungry of begging, right? Answer this question for me. When you're going by the road and you see beggars, do you feel bad for beggars? Quickly say in the chat window, yes or no, right? Everybody feels bad. But show me one person in the world who's a rich person who's feeling very bad for a beggar, goes by the road, looks at the beggar and gives him his car key. Have you ever done that? Give him your house key. Have you ever done that? Take that beggar and put him into your house and say, Aaj se my life is your life. I will be your life partner. Don't worry, my friend. You don't have to beg. My life is your life. My money is your money. My house is your house. Will you do that? Have you done that? Let's not be philosophical here. Have you done that? No. Why? Because beggars will never attract rich people who would totally accept them. They will just accept some rich people who will give them 1 rupee, 10 rupee, 100 rupee and move on. That's what we will attract if we are beggars. If we are beggars, we will attract people who are full of love. They will come close to us. They'll give us a little bit and they will go away. How many people here have experienced this? Some people come close to you, give you a taste of love, and then they move on in life. If you have experienced this, type in I in the chat window. Just the word I in the chat window if you've experienced this. Some people come close to you, they give you that feeling of love, and then they just move on. But that's because when they come close to us, they feel this energy that I'm just a beggar, I'm just taking, they'll just move on. Then the next person comes in your life, and I'll tell you who that person would be. If I'm a beggar, who will I attract more in my life? Come on, tell me, everyone. Will I attract lovely people full of rich and love, or will I attract beggars in my life? Come on, you know the answer to that. I will attract beggars, right? So now two beggars meet each other. What can two beggars give each other? Everyone tell me in the chat window, what can two beggars give each other? Love or loneliness? Once again, come on, what do two beggars give each other? Loneliness. So these beggars, they get married, and then after marriage, they are thinking, yaar, I'm not feeling love in this relationship. Well, that's because two beggars can't give each other anything. They can't give each other love. They're going to feel lonely again. Correct? Once again, divorce. So what do? Fall in love with yourself. Fall in love with your own company. Become a person so magnetic from inside. Doesn't mean impressive. Listen, I'm not saying impressive. I'm saying magnetic. Law of attraction, not law of push. Don't push yourself on people. There are so many people who call up and follow up people. There are so many people who look inside messages and look for girls and look for boys, and they contact them on Facebook and chat window and this and that. You're just pushing yourself on others. Use law of attraction. Become a magnetic personality. People should get attracted to you. But how will that happen? When you're lonely or when you're lovely? Again, tell me, when you're lonely or when you're lovely? When I am full of love, how do I do that? Start being in love with yourself the way you are. You are not incomplete without a partner. You are not incomplete without marriage. You are not incomplete without a boyfriend. You are not incomplete without your ex. You are not incomplete without a girlfriend. You are not incomplete without marriage. Unless this point is 100% clear in your subconscious mind, you will not tell yourself that I deserve to be happy. I am happy the way I am. I love my life the way I am. When you feel that, now you start attracting lovely people. I hope I've given that answer crystal clear. To attract love, be love. Write that down in the chat window. To attract love, be love first, right? So I hope that makes sense to you. This is how we attract love in life. Now coming to the next question, which is the critical question. The critical question is, how do I attract my ex back? How do I attract my ex back? Well, here's the answer again. Don't run behind people who don't want you. Write this down. Don't run behind people who don't want you. Why? If you're trying to attract your ex back in your life, it means you are running behind somebody who doesn't want you. Again, and being a beggar, right? Like, have you ever seen a beggar running behind a car saying, Madam, thoda paisa de do, Papa, thoda paisa de do, Uncle, thoda paisa de do. You're feeling like this inside you when you're running behind your ex again. Yes or no? Tell me in the chat window. Don't you feel like a beggar? So you should never use law of attraction to bring your ex back. I know you will feel bad when I say that. I know you'll hate me for it and you'll feel, tappu maro Mitesh ko jaake. But I want to tell you the truth, not fake stuff. I want to tell you the right stuff about law of attraction, not the fake stuff. I know there are a lot of YouTube videos where people will teach, look at that photograph, close your eyes, imagine you are married to that person. I will never advise you to do that. I'll tell you why. At the energy level, we are all one, right? And because at the energy level, we are one, that person is also God, we are also God. Yes or no? Listen, God is also energy, I am also energy. So at the energy level, we are all God. So do I have the ability to make my own choices in my life? Yes. Do you have the ability to make your own choices in life? Yes or no? Type in the word freedom of choice. Type in the word freedom of choice in the chat window. Do you want to have the freedom of choice to love whoever you want to love? Yes or no? Absolutely. When you're telling me to create a technique or asking for a technique where you can force the other person to fall in love with you magically, what you're basically saying is you don't want them to have the freedom of choice to love you. That's not the frequency of love. That's the frequency of, again, beggar. That's the frequency of, again, a cheater who doesn't have money, so he's trying to do manipulation things to get money from the other person's life. Trying to make money from lottery. Doesn't work, right? So never try to use law of attraction to get your ex back. You need to use law of attraction. How? Now let me tell you how. Only manifest love, simple as that. Don't manifest an ex back, manifest love. Affirmation should be, thank you, universe. I am so happy that I am in a beautiful relationship. I'm in a lovely relationship. Thank you, universe. I and my life partner are so happy in our life. We have so much love in our life, in our relationship. We are best friends. There's a lot of love, respect, and intimacy in our relationship. We talk to each other about almost everything. We are best friends. We have so much transparency within each other. And thank you, universe, for this love in my life. Now, don't think of a particular person here. Don't think of your ex here, because now you're focused on the end result rather than focused on the process. This is where also clarifying the answer to the next question, which is very important. How do you attract a specific person in your life, right? How do you attract a specific person? Well, you don't attract a specific person for the same reason again. Freedom of choice. Which means what? Listen, if you're a girl in the chat window right now, please answer this question to me. A boy wants to attract you. You want to love someone else. Should a boy have the freedom and the power in law of attraction to attract your love, even though you don't love that boy? Do you want boys to have this power? Quickly tell me in the chat window, everyone. Come on, yes or no? All the girls tell me yes or no. A boy comes to me and says, there's this girl, she doesn't love me, she loves somebody else. I want this girl back in my life. Show me how to use law of attraction to attract this girl back in my life. Should boys have this power? No? But girls think, when you come to me and you ask, how do I get my ex back? How do I attract a specific person in my life? What are you doing? Exactly the same. You're taking their freedom of choice away. Correct? I'll ask the same question to the boys now. Boys, you love a particular girl. And another girl comes and asks me, I want this boy in my life. This boy loves this girl. I don't want this boy to love this girl. I want this boy back in my life. All right? And she's asking me to use magical techniques to bring you in her life. Should I teach her that technique? Should she have that power to attract you even though you love someone else? All the boys, give me yes or no in the chat window now. Come on, go. Do you want any girl in the world to have that power to attract you in her life and marry even though you love someone else crazily? They should not have that power, right? But boys, every time you come and ask me, how do I attract a specific person in my life? How do I attract my ex back in my life? What are you doing? You're asking me to teach you how to take somebody's freedom of choice away. Here is something I want to tell you. Nobody can take your freedom of choice away. Are you feeling good because of that, or are you feeling bad because of that? Tell me in the answer in the chat window quickly. Nobody in the world, not even God, can take your freedom of choice away. If you want to be happy in your life, nobody in the world can stop you from being happy. If you want to be sad in your life, here is the weird part. God can't even stop you from feeling bad. You have that much freedom of choice. Is that good or is that bad? You have the freedom of choice to feel whatever you want to feel in your life. Is that good or bad? Everyone tell me quickly. You have the freedom of choice to feel bad, to feel good or bad. Okay, somebody's saying bad. Is that bad that you have the freedom of choice? You have the freedom of choice to feel anything you want. That's good, right? Similarly, somebody else has the same freedom of choice to feel whatever they want to feel. That's good. Let them have that freedom of choice. So now coming to the main question. How do we once again attract love? How do we attract love? Before I tell you that, let's see if you've understood a few things. Is there something called a soulmate in life? Everyone answer the question in the chat window, yes or no. Is there a ready-made person in the world for one boy and for one girl, and they are meant to be with each other? Magically, God are going to put them in front of each other one day. Is there something called a soulmate? No, they were still saying yes. Come on, Divya, there is no soulmate, my dear. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. There is no soulmate in life. People have to work on a relationship, my friends. Any relationship will have fights. Any relationship will have problems. Any relationship can get along. Any relationship can break. Soulmate means that nobody in the world can take apart. ऐसा नहीं होता है. You have to work on your relationships, right? So I hope you're getting this lesson. Please write this down. I need to create love, right? Not attract a soulmate. I need to create love. That is where I clarified the second question. The more important question is, how do I attract love in my life? How do you attract love? By being a lovely person. By being a person full of love for yourself. Don't be lonely. Be lovely. Be happy. Don't be sad all the time, right? Third point. How do you attract your ex back? How do you attract a specific person in your life? Please answer in the chat window, everyone. Should you take somebody's freedom of choice away? Whether it's your ex or a specific person, should you take their freedom of choice away? Please answer yes or no in the chat window. Should you make somebody your slave, put them in a cage and say, love me now for the rest of your life? Should you actually do that? No, nobody should do that. Should somebody do that to you? Put you in a cage and say, love me for the rest of my life. You are married to me now. No, nobody should do that, right? So people always say, how do I know if this person is meant to be me? First, there is nothing called meant to be. You are either frequency matching or frequency not matching. It's as simple as that. So, but there is a way of finding out how someone really is meant for you or not. How many of you want to know the scientific answer of when you can get 100% proof whether somebody is meant for you or not? Do you want a clear answer for that right now? Say yes or no in the chat window quickly. Do you want a clear-cut answer on how to know whether this person is the right person for you or the wrong person for you? You're meant to be together or meant not to be together? Here's the answer. Everyone write this down. Effortless love. Effortless love. Freedom love. In fact, write down freedom love. What does that mean by freedom love? If I take, everyone take your right hand like this. Come on, quickly. Take your right hand before you type anything in the chat window. Imagine this bird in your left hand, okay? And you're holding the bird. Okay, hold the bird. Put that bird here. Don't leave it right now, okay? When I say leave, just leave. 1, 2, 3, leave the bird. Now, the moment you leave the bird here, if after being free, now the bird is not in your hand, the bird is free. If the bird stays with you, the bird will come close to you, look in your eyes and give you a kiss on your cheeks, and the bird will feel love with you. Why? Because that's the bird who loves you. But if the bird was just waiting to be free, you know what the bird will do? Can anybody tell me in the chat window, what will the bird do? Just waiting, dying to run away from me. Not from me, just the frequency doesn't match. Don't take it too personally. The frequency doesn't match. Some people are not meant for me. How will I know? They'll just run away from me. They'll just move away from me. I'll tell you what you should do at that time. Write this down in the chat window. Go with love, grow with love. I say this for money also. Write down in the chat window. Go with love, grow with love. Don't feel bad for the other person going away. If you really love that person, let the person go with love and grow with love. If your ex is not coming back, tell the person, go with love, grow with love. If a specific person is not coming in your life, say, go with love, grow with love. The more you do that, the more you're spreading love frequency in the universe. What will you attract now? If you're vibrating at a frequency of love and you look at your ex and saying, go with love, grow with love, you're looking at a specific person who doesn't love you and you're saying, go with love, grow with love. Now, when I say that to a specific person or to my ex, what is the frequency that I'm vibrating at? Come on, everyone tell me. Lonely or lovely? Which frequency am I vibrating at right now? Inside, I'm vibrating at a frequency of love because I'm thinking about the other person rather than being selfish. That's true love, isn't it? So what do? Go with love, grow with love, go with love, grow with love. Freedom love. I love this idea of freedom love. Effortless love, freedom love. Then you know the person is meant for you. Okay? So now I'm going to give you affirmation to attract love in your life. I've given you that, but I'm going to give it to you again. How many of you want affirmations to attract love and to be lovely? Come on, say yes in the chat window if you want ready affirmations to be lovely and to attract lovely people in your life rather than attracting nasty, sad beggars in your life. Instead of being nasty, sad and beggar, we can be lovely. Instead of attracting nasty, sad and begging kind of people, we can attract lovely people. How do we do that? Here we go. Stop writing anything in the chat window now, and I want you to write down these affirmations. In fact, do one thing. You can watch this recording later, right? So forget about the writing. Just say these affirmations with me. First one. Say it with me. Write it later. You can always watch this recording later. Keep your right hand on your heart and repeat with me. Say, I love myself. Smile as you say that. Come on, say, I love myself. I love my own company. I love my own company. I love being with myself. I love spending time with myself. I am my best friend. I love being with myself. I love myself. I love myself. I am my best friend. I love spending time with myself. This is the affirmation. Now this affirmation has an exercise. Are you ready to do an action exercise also with me to create love for yourself? If yes, say yes in the chat window now. Okay. Do you want an exercise to create this self-love right now? Affirmation bhi de raha hu or exercise bhi de raha hu. If you want it, say yes in the chat window. So here is the exercise. Every day I want you to start spending at least half an hour with yourself alone, lovingly. Yes, lovingly. But I don't want you to watch a movie, because when people are watching a movie, they're not with themselves, they're with the movie. When you're listening to songs, you're not listening to songs, you're with the songs. Here's what I want you to do. Take your favorite cup of coffee, favorite cup of tea, sit at one place and just be with yourself the way you would want to be with someone whom you really, really love. Your love partner. If you want to be with them happy, first learn to practice to be in love with yourself and to partner with yourself. Spend time with yourself. Most people say, yaar main akele bahut bore ho jata hu. Type an I in the chat window if that is you, and don't lie to me. Come on. You get bored alone, so you're constantly trying to look for company, right? Always trying to be with people, going on Facebook, going on YouTube, talking to people here, talking to people there, being with friends, watching TV, listening to music, never trying to be alone. Love being alone. Doesn't mean that you will attract loneliness. No. If I am alone and if I'm very happy with myself, I'm being a person who's loving myself. I'm my best friend. I love spending time with myself. Trust me, I really, really do. Even now, I spend anything between 3 to 4 hours alone with myself. I love my me time. I love my me time. Everyone write this down. I love my me time. which means what? I love spending time with myself. This is how you create self-love. This is a beginning. In the relationship mastery workshop, which we have for law of attraction, we teach you many more things to attract love in your life. But to start with, please do this. Start spending me time with yourself. Okay, that's exercise number 1 and affirmation number 1. I love myself. I am my best friend. I love spending time with myself. Second affirmation. I love people who love me with freedom. Write this down. I love people who love me with freedom. I love people who love me with freedom. People who don't love me, I say go with love, grow with love. Write this down. People who don't love me, I say go with love, grow with love. I love people who love me with freedom. I attract people who love me with freedom. I love people who love me with freedom. I attract people who love me with freedom. This will create a new attraction process for you, which is the process of, not a process, but a new frequency where you will only attract people who love you with freedom by their own choice, rather than always trying to attract people as a frequency you are not loving and you have to kind of force them to love you. That frequency will go away. I love attracting people who love me with freedom. That's the second point. Now, how do you do this? Start letting people go who don't love you. When you let people go who don't love you, the ones who really will love you will come close to you. If you're surrounded by 10 people around you right now and there is no space here, all 10 people are surrounding you, and all these 10 people are those people who don't want to love you, but they're very close in your physical space, in your energy space. They're very close to you. Now what's happening? There is no space for the ones who really love you to come inside that circle right now. Make sense? So what do you need to do? Let these people go. Say go with love, grow with love, go with love, grow with love. You'll feel amazing. I promise you, you'll feel amazing, and magically you will start attracting people who love you with freedom. Do you want that? Do you want people who love you with freedom? Type in freedom love in the chat window. Okay, so that's the second exercise. The third affirmation now is the end affirmation, which is, thank you universe, I have attracted love in my life. Thank you universe, I am happily married in my life. Thank you universe, I and my partner have lots of love, respect and intimacy in our relationship. Thank you for making us best friends. I am so happy in my married life. Now, while you're doing these affirmations, it is very critical to not use a specific person's name, so that you give them the freedom of choice, right? Because we want freedom love, right? We don't want slavery love. We want freedom love. We don't want beggars love. We want freedom love. So don't use a specific person's name. Don't use an ex-person's name. Now, does that mean that the ex may not come back? Not necessary. Does that mean that the love will not come from somewhere else? Not necessary. Don't control the process. Focus on the end result. The love can come from anywhere else. Everyone take both your hands like this. Come on, take both your hands like this and say, yes, universe, I am ready for love. Let it come from anywhere. Come on. Don't typing later. Do it with me. Come on. Take your hands like this and say, yes, universe, I am ready for love. Let the love come from anywhere. I am ready for love. When you say that to the universe is feeling your vibrations. And then you start attracting people with freedom and love. Okay, so that's what I wanted to clarify about the love relationship. I hope I've been able to answer all your questions. If I have, great, say yes in the chat window now. And some of you who want to probably, let me see if I can show you my website here. Yes, this is my website. If some of you want to learn about the Relationship Mastery Workshop, go to this website. All my courses of Law of Attraction are on this website. Today evening, in fact, at 7 p.m., I'm doing a special free webinar on how to become a mentee with me, which means a student with me, and how I can become your life coach if you would like me to be for the rest of your life by being part of my platinum membership. Details are on this website. You will find it over there. There's a registration link. We'll probably even put the registration link right now in the chat window. Maybe Indu or someone from my team here will add the registration link for platinum membership today evening, and also a link if you want to join our Relationship Mastery Workshop separately. We usually do that only for platinum members, but for a limited period of time, we've kept it open for some people. Okay, great. So now we're, as usual, going to go into the question answer section. I know I've taken longer than usual, but kya kare, love topic hi aisa hai. Time lagi jata hai, right? So I'm going to give you 10 minutes for question answers, and then we will close the session today. This is probably the longest session in the last few weeks. Usually we finish in 30 minutes. Today is going to be about 40-45 minutes. Please bear with me. Let's go. Questions time, guys. I'm looking at the chat window now. Now onwards, give me your questions. If there was any question given earlier, I did not look at the chat window. Put in your questions now. I'll look at the questions now. Okay, so let's go. Hey Hitashi, how are you doing? Welcome back. Okay, Diksha is here. Diksha is saying hello to Indu ma'am, not me. No, just kidding. Let's see if there are any question. Can we take a particular name and affirmation whom we want to attract? Puri Ramayan ho gayi, abhi bhi pooch rahe ho Ram ka naam hai. स्पेसिफिक पर्सन का नाम नहीं लेना है, एक्स का नाम नहीं लेना है, लव का नाम लेना है, बस लव बोलो. You'll be so happy that to attract love in your life after that. I know so many people who out of force have got married and then they've attracted love, but they got divorced. Why? Because they were not necessarily having that frequency of love. They're just two beggars who forced each other into a relationship. You don't want a relationship, guys. You don't want marriage. You want love. You want companionship. That's the end result, right? So please attract love in your affirmations rather than attracting a specific person. I repeat that again. Sir, I want to ask, I have loved someone for a long time. Can I marry him without manifesting him specifically? Diksha, you can't manipulate law of attraction. You're basically asking me, how do I manifest him without taking his name and still marry him? You can't manipulate love. You can only say, thank you, universe, I am happily married now. You can only say, thank you, universe, I am so happy in my beautiful married life now. And my life is full of love. My life is full of romance. My life is full of respect and intimacy. And I and my life partners are best friends. Just say that, Diksha. I promise you, you'll attract love in your life. Why can I promise that? Simple. It's science. 93.5 attracts 93.5. If you vibrated the frequency of love, you'll attract love. If I vibrated the frequency of begging, I'll attract begging. Makes sense? The more you will think about the ex, a particular person whom you've loved for a long time, you stuck to that one person. See, I'll give you another example here. Imagine, everyone hold your hands like this. Imagine there are 10 taps of love. 10 taps of love, okay? Now you're not looking at any of the taps and you're saying, hold this finger, this thumb, and say, I want love only from here. I want love only from here. Now this love, this thumb, this tap is not ready to give you love for whatever reason, right? And you're like, I've got love, I've got love, I've got love, I've got love. What's happening is you're building pressure in your heart because your subconscious is saying, there's no love anywhere else. There is only love from this person. Nobody else can give me love. Only this person can give me love. And this person is also not loving me. Desperation frequency, begging frequency. Everyone write this down. No desperation frequency, no begging frequency. Seriously, write this down. No desperation frequency, no begging frequency. Otherwise, we'll attract lonely people, not lovely people. Correct? Or we'll end up being lonely all our life. So best thing, thank you, universe. I'm happily married. I have attracted love in my life. I'm so happy in my married life. And I am loving my life partner. My life partner loves me. We are best friends. We have lots of love, respect, and intimacy in our relationship. That's how you attract love. Okay? So that's the answer to Diksha. Thank you, Diksha, for asking that question. Everybody gets help with that. If family is not ready, if family is not ready, who can do? So if two people are ready, if two people are adults and you want to get married, and if a family is not ready, you have to have the guts to pay the cost of love. Everyone write this down. Pay the cost of love willingly. For an example, you want to buy a big house, you have to take a loan, and for 5-10 years, you have to go through the pressure of loan. It's as simple as that. If you want to buy a car, you have to buy a car and you have to pay the money for the car. Everything has a cost in life, my friend. The cost of love many times in life is to let go of the love of our parents sometimes. People always ask me, can I not make them also happy and this one also happy? We can try. We can say affirmations like, thank you, universe, I and my life partner are happily married, and my parents are also happy, and my spouse is also happy, and his or her family is also very happy with us now. Now that's the end result. But in the meantime, you need to take action. And the action is sometimes you have to just move ahead and be honest with your parents and say, I'm really sorry. I really love this person. I know you love me. I love you too. But I have to move on in my life now. Be honest with that. Now, what's going to be the cost of that? Cost is going to be for a couple of years, your parents may not talk to you. Eventually they will. You all know that eventually your parents will talk to you. Once, especially after you have children, they will always come behind you. They love you back for the children. हमारे मारवाड़ियों में कहते हैं असल से ज़्यादा सूद मारवाड़ी को ज़्यादा वैल्यूबल लगता है. सो ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स का आपने देखा कभी, उनको बच्चों से ज़्यादा बच्चों के बच्चों से ज़्यादा प्यार होता है. आ जाएंगे. But the bottom line is, if you really love someone, commit to it, move on from your parents, be adult, stand up on your own feet, be honest with your parents. But that will only happen when two people are strong. That will only happen when both people are willing to pay that cost. If you're not willing to pay the cost, just move on to the next person in your life. That's all you can do, right? That's the answer, very right answer instead of a fake answer for Harivandan. I hope I've given you clarity. Going to the next question, before I manifest my ex as my future wife, now what do I do? Hey, that's a good question. Before you were manifesting your ex, now what do I do? Good question. Now manifest love, my friend. Manifest love. Not soulmate, not ex, not specific person. Manifest love. Love is an amazing thing. You will feel it the moment you start saying it now. Say it now with me. I love myself. I am my best friend. I love spending time with myself. Start with that, my friend. Saburi Chavan is asking, can I write down this affirmation on vision board? Absolutely you can, you should, you must. It will work wonders for you. I'm married, should I attract my husband? Yes, if your husband wants to come back to you, you must say, only for married people, by the way. If your husband really loves you, if your wife really loves you, in that case, because it's a freedom of choice where two people have chosen to be with each other in a marriage, you may say affirmations with the name of the person, saying, I'm so happy with this person. And like in my case, for an example, let's say if I had a conversation with Indu because of which she's upset with me, she's angry with me, then my affirmation will be, thank you, universe. Indu loves me. I love Indu. We are back together again. We are best friends again. We have forgiven each other. We love each other. And we have lots of love, respect, and intimacy in our relationship. So that's going to be your affirmation. And this time, yes, you can use the name because there is freedom of choice in this. Two people have already chosen to be with each other. Then it is not manipulation. Then it's pure love that you're coming from. It's not coming from a frequency of begging. Make sense? So yes, you can do that, Saburi. Sorry, that is for Preeti. Next question is by Anjali Devika. Can I do Hope Nope No for love? Yes, absolutely you can. But remember, Hope Nope No is used more to clear the energy of hate or guilt or regret and all of that. To really start attracting love, do both. Hope Nope No also and the affirmation for attraction of love also. Use it as a combination. Manisha, what if two people love each other but facing hurdles in getting married? Two people have to grow up, pay the cost of love. Go and stay separately. Parents are going to be unhappy. Friends are going to be unhappy. Some people are not going to like it. Pay the cost. Pay the cost happily. Pay the cost willingly. It's not easy to do that. Pay the cost. What does a soldier do? A soldier goes to the border. Do you really think it's easy for the soldiers to do that? No. They're paying the cost of their decision of being on the border and serving their country. Being in love is like that. You have to go to a border where you're leaving your house and going to someone else, right? Pay the cost for it. It's absolutely fine to do that. Over a period of time, manifest and do affirmations that both the families are happy and fine with you. Eventually that gets manifested. That's possible to actually attract. Okay? But take action, grow up, stand up on your own feet. Both of you need to make that decision together and take that choice of moving on from your parents, moving on from your life. Okay? How to forget past relationships? Okay, so you don't forget past relationships, Rajuji. You create new love frequency. Whenever we say, how can I forget something? You can't forget anything. It's always going to be there in your subconscious. But what you can do is cover it up with beautiful loving frequency. For an example, so Rajuji, have you ever had sizzling brownie with chocolate ice cream? Anybody here say yes in the chat window? Sizzling brownie with chocolate ice cream? Like it sizzles, right? And there is a vanilla ice cream and then you put chocolate sauce on it. After some time, you keep putting chocolate sauce, you keep putting chocolate sauce, you keep putting chocolate sauce. What happens? The vanilla disappears. All you can taste is just chocolate. Now the vanilla is there inside, but you won't feel it anymore. What you will feel is only the chocolate. Same is like this with all the past memories, Rajuji. Just forget the past memories. Plus, sir, you are already part of advanced law of attraction. Ask me that question there again. There are some very advanced techniques of what you can do to let go of your past frequency problems and create new frequency. It will definitely help you in the advanced law of attraction. Okay? Sachin is asking, sir, my partner leaving me because I have not fulfilled her dream. Okay, so Sachin, you kept the bird said, gone. I don't want to be with you. Go with love, my friend. Grow with love. Say that to her. Seriously. Be happy for her. That's true love. Like sometimes when a son has to move away from a hometown and go and stay in US or UK or away from your city, the mother feels very, very bad. But does the mother say, no, you are not allowed to go somewhere else. You're going to be with me for the rest of your life. Mother doesn't say that. Pure love of a mother says, I'm sad, beta, but go with love. Grow with love. Correct? Have that pure love inside you for her. Let her go with love. Let her grow with love. You'll find someone else. After all, what you want is love, not a specific person. Okay? Let's see if I can go fast with the rest of the questions. Sir, my partner, I've answered that. Okay, if we're using LOA and attract love, if horoscope doesn't match, it will come to divorce level. Is it true? I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on whether if the horoscope doesn't match, will the divorce happen? Will the divorce not happen? I'm a very strong believer of maintaining my frequency and taking chances of my life and paying the cost of my decisions. So I would suggest the same to you. If two of you are in love with each other and you are clear that you are willing to work towards each other's relationships, then I would say, by all means, get married. Now, if you get divorced, you get divorced. If it works out, great. The divorce is not going to happen necessarily because of the astrology. Divorce is going to happen because I am not meeting in each other's needs, right? When you come to my relationship mastery workshop, we show you how to create that love in a married life, an amazing, like legendary kind of relationship. How do you create that? Learn that. Then nothing goes wrong. I'll tell you this. There is a couple I know. It's been written in their patrika that they are meant for each other, perfect, good matching and everything. They're almost divorced. They're virtually divorced. They live in the same house. They never talk to each other. True story. Ram and Sita, they say all 36 gun were matching. Look at what happened to their relationship. I also know couples who are my friends. Literally, in Mumbai, there's this one girl, very close friends of Indu and me. Her and her husband's pratika doesn't match. In fact, one of them possibly is supposed to be a manglik, so the other person is supposed to die after marriage. It's been, I think, 15, 16 years to their marriage. They are happily married, one of the best couples I know. So, I say our frequency is in our hands. That's all I can say. Okay. Archana, I want to continue with my love, but we are facing some confusion between us. How it is possible to continue with only love and trust? It is, do a hope, no. If you're already in a relationship with this guy, there's freedom of choice between you. You've been together. Start doing hope, no. So you resolve any negative energy between both of you and start doing affirmations that I and my boyfriend or I and my life partner, we are very happy with each other. We are best of friends. We can talk to each other. We resolve conflicts very peacefully and lovingly, and we love each other a lot. So start those affirmations and focus on the end result that both of you have a beautiful relationship. That relationship gets created at the energy level first, then in reality it gets manifested. Okay. So Hitashi sir, I want to ask, oops, where's the question gone? Sorry guys, 1 second, I lost the question. Okay, got it. Sir, I want to ask my partner, he loves me so much, but he's not ready to give commitment, but he loves me. What should I do, sir? I do hope, no. Okay, so Hitashi, very simple. Two answers here. One is, I'll tell you from my personal experience, I was not ready to commit to marriage with Indu for about more than 1 year in our relationship. And she had the same question to my mentor, what should I do? And my mentor gave her two answers, which I'm giving you. Answer number one, if you really love the person, freedom. Just be with the person without marriage, without that commitment, and see what happens. Just vibrate at the frequency of love. Let the love come to you. Don't hold the love. Don't attract the love by desperation. Let the love come to you with freedom and effortless. It should not be an effort to bring that love in your life. Otherwise, that love is not meant for you. So that's one answer. So Indu really did that with me. She gave me the freedom and she said, "Theek hai, dekho, shaadi nahi karni. We'll be in a relationship as long as you want to be." True story. Is there a risk in this? Yes. Grow up. It's a decision. You got to pay that cost someday. If it doesn't work out, doesn't work out. Question you have to ask yourself is it worth taking a chance with this guy? Indu said it's worth taking a chance with this guy. I think I'm worth it, right? What do you say, Indu? Okay, so she took a chance on me, worked out great. It wouldn't have probably, but she was ready to take that chance on me. That's answer number one. Answer number two, whenever we are trying to get along with a person who's not committed, you have to at one point decide if it's not worth it, and if you're 100% clear the other person is just playing with you and the other person is not ready to give you any commitment, I would suggest move on. Why? Because you're vibrating at the frequency of then having people in your life who are not willing to be with you with freedom and effortlessness. They're not committing to you means they don't want to really be with you. Then say go with love, grow with love. That's all you can say. Okay. Preeti, hello sir, how to overcome the conflict situation in family? My dear, that's a very big answer. Please come to the relationship mastery, we'll teach you that over there. If both people were in love, but Preeti, you can start doing hope, no to resolving conflicts, and do an affirmation and visualize that everybody in the family is peaceful, full of harmony, and they are very happy with each other now and everything is back to normal. Say those affirmations also, visualize that also twice a day, where you close your eyes and you imagine that your whole family is sitting together in a picnic, having fun, because everybody is back in harmony with each other. Okay? If both people were in love and they want to get married, and how to get parents' permission, and can we use name and affirmations cause both are in love? Yes, if you both are in love and there's freedom of choice, yes, you can use the name in love. Now, as far as if parents agree, don't agree, I repeat my answer, grow up, take your decision. If you're always saying, I want to be married and I want my parents also to agree with it, it's not going to happen sometimes. I'll tell you why. Your parents are telling you, don't marry this person. Are you willing to agree with them? No. So why should your parents agree with you? Simple. You have your freedom of choice. They have their freedom of choice. Let them practice their freedom of choice. You practice your freedom of choice. Of course, if I now move on from my marriage, or with my marriage, and I leave my mom and dad, they are going to feel bad. But that's the cost, my friend. We'll teach you how to recover relationships later when you come for the relationship mastery. But have the guts to take the right steps, take your own decisions, and pay the cost for it. That's the answer for that. Okay, sir, how to do Opno help in attract my soulmate? Smita Ji, back to soulmate. There's nothing called soulmate. Okay, you have to create love. Listen to the whole video again. Puri Ram Kahani ho gaya. I'm not going to start again. Don't feel bad, Smita. Just go through the video again, okay? Sir, one more. how to let go of some relationships without any grudges. Oh, that's very easy. The best way to let go of grudges is go with love, grow with love. That's one. Close your eyes, imagine those people. There's a thread between you and them like an energy. Do it right now. And use two hands like this, like two fingers like this with both your hands, and just cut the energy connection between you and the other person visually. And imagine that the person has moved away from you in the visualization. Do this twice a day. At the energy level, you actually cut the energy connection between you and them. It never really disconnects 100%, but because at the energy level, we are one, right? But at the physical level, the person's frequency moves away from you. And as a result of that, without any grudges, slowly, yes, it's possible to move away from relationships, okay? There's more about conflict management, like I said, in the Relationship Mastery. Most welcome to come in and join us there. We'll teach you more about that. Before I manifest my ex as my future, okay, I think I answered that. Thank you, Deepa. Can we manifest two or more things at the same time? Yes, of course you can. I hope you're asking about two goals, not two girls, Ashwini, right? or boy, I don't know. Before and even, I was just joking, don't feel bad. Before and now, even now, I manifest, okay, ex as my future wife. Now what do? I just said, my friend, just attract love, not a particular person. The happy mind house, okay, how to forget my ex after marriage. Very easy to forget your ex after marriage. Focus on love for the future. Always look at your ex in your mind and say, go with love, grow with love. When you think of your ex and you feel sad that they left you, you'll not be able to forget them. You need to feel good about the fact that they left you. So you need to start saying, thank you, universe, this person went away. They taught me a lesson that is required. Thank you, universe. Freedom love, effortless love, go with love, grow with love. The more you do this, it will become so easy for you to let go of that energy and start then doing affirmations for love for the future, where you say, I am already in love, I'm already happily married. This frequency will then take you away from that past. Okay? How to forget ex? I think I answered that. Does acceptance and gratitude for all past relationships will help develop manifest partner we are looking for? Yes, absolutely. I just answered that, Himanshu. If you have gratitude for all your past relationships instead of a negative frequency, it helps a lot, because now you don't have any negative frequency, right? So you're vibrating at the frequency of love. Lovely people attract lovely people. You will attract a beautiful partner in your life as a result of vibrating at love frequency right now. Okay, thank you. Okay, most welcome. Mayuri, last question. Sir, how do you stop yourself from getting into a relationship you should not? Even after knowing that isn't that the right relationship to get into. Sometimes we get attracted, opposites attract, cause maybe. Okay, so Mayuri, very simple answer. Nobody in the world is stopping you. Practice your freedom of choice. Practice your freedom of choice. Don't feel like a victim. If you tell yourself, I can't help it, I get attracted to this person, now you're talking like a victim. No, nobody can help you. You can help yourself. Very easy. Say it. I don't want to be in this kind of a relationship. Move on. And tell that person, go with love, grow with love. Don't hate the person. Say, go with love, grow with love. And start manifesting love by using the affirmations that I gave you. Frequency changes, right? Or come and join the Relationship Mastery or the Advanced Law of Attraction workshop. We'll teach you how to do this with personal attention with you. Okay. Yes, I like that, Indu. Cancel. I know what you said it for. How to forget my ex marriage back. I think I answered that. Okay. How to stop comparing my partner with my ex. Very simple. Do a balanced perspective exercise. We do this in the Relationship Mastery workshop. Write down what your partner has, what they don't, what the other person doesn't have. Then write down what the other person has that your partner doesn't have. You will realize that every person in the world is imperfect. The reason we compare is because we feel the other person has more benefits than my partner. But the fact is, when you look at that person, they also have some disadvantages. But if you look at your partner and the advantages of your partner, you'll realize that, hey, the advantages that I have are actually good. And the disadvantages that that person now has, I don't want those disadvantages. Suddenly the comparison goes away. Okay? I'm giving you this answer in short because it's a detailed topic, but I hope that helps. Okay, always get 10x value from your sessions. Most welcome, Sharda. Thank you so much. Sir, I feel the love frequency with a person, but we have conflicts often. I'm confused whether to continue resolving conflicts or let go. Neetu, very simple answer. If two people keep fighting, it means that the frequency is not matching. Two people's understanding is not matching. Needs are not matching. Values are not matching. It's generally simpler to just say, go with love, grow with love. Or if you really want to learn how to resolve these conflicts, come to the Relationship Mastery workshop. We'll teach you how to manage relationships, how to resolve relationships. See, most of us are not trained in love. Most of us are not trained in handling marriage, relationships, mother-in-law. That is why we're not good at all this. Come for a course so that you can really upgrade your skills on how to manage a beautiful relationship so you can really work on creating love. Okay? Hope that answers your question. सर एंड रिजल्ट पे कैसे फोकस करें? सिंपल, अभी आंखें बंद करो और बोलो थैंक यू यूनिवर्स, आई एम सो फुल ऑफ लव, थैंक यू यूनिवर्स, आई हैव अट्रैक्टेड लव, थैंक यू यूनिवर्स, आई हैव अट्रैक्टेड अ ब्यूटीफुल लवली मैरिड लाइफ. हो गया एंड रिजल्ट. ओके. Sir, please give me plan for making my relationship happy. Abhimanyu, I just gave you all the affirmations. Just repeat that, my friend. I completed my office work early just to attend your workshop. Thank you, sir, for this amazing workshop. Most welcome, Rakshita. I hope I've been able to add some value today. Last question. Sir, now I am 40. My mind says up to life finish kuch nahi ho sakta. But heart says koi to ho relation. Can I attract my life partner? How can I? Yes, Nora, you can. Indu got married at the age of, with me, it's around 32, 33, right, Indu? And anybody can attract love at any age. Love doesn't have an age, so don't worry about that. Just say, I am happily married, I'm already having a lovely life partner. But before that, don't forget to do the first part, which is, I love myself, I love my own company, I am my own best friend, I love spending time with myself. Start vibrating at that frequency, Nora, first, because right now I can sense in your conversation you seem a bit lonely, my dear. Start vibrating at love for yourself so you don't feel lonely at all, because lonely people attract lonely people, not lovely people, right? So start being lovely in your life. You deserve it. You deserve to have a lovely person. Start being a lovely person first for yourself. Okay? Great, guys. Thank you very much. We are leaving for the day. I hope you got a lot of value from today's session. If you want to attend the Platinum membership program, today evening 7 p.m, you'll find the link in the chat window somewhere, or maybe in the description below the video. If you want to attend the Law of Attraction Relationship Mastery course, below the video in the description later you'll find the link. You're welcome to come and attend. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Take care, bye bye, and I will see you soon. Let's say it once again in the chat window, everyone. Go with love, grow with love, so that we have freedom love, so that we have effortless love. Come on, everyone, go with love, grow with love. Thank you very much, everyone, and bye bye. Have a great day. Have a loving day.